here, you can't, you can never leave, you can never leave it into the ref's hands. But I mean, the whole world see, man, like what it is, bro. But it is what it is, you know. Like I said, when it come down to it, you can't never leave it into the ref's hands, man, and things like that. But it's all good though.
Yo, welcome to Mo Talk, where we are sports and Mo. Please do not forget to hit the like button, subscribe and share. Also ring the bell. That way you'll be notified when I drop new content such as this. I want to start off by saying that I am not a Houston Texans fan by no means necessary. I also want to make note that Houston Texans shot themselves in the foot several times during this game. Their offensive line allowed Stroud to be sacked 8 times. They had missed point opportunities. And there was times when they just did not execute to their best in this particular game. So what I'm about to bring up, by no means am I saying is the reason why they lost the game. But there is no way that you could have watched that game and walked away in good conscience without saying that the officiating in that game was suspect. Look, I'm all for dynasties. If you are a great team and you are on a good run, look, Patrick Mahomes has been in the league for 7 years. He have been to 7 AFC championships. He got 3 Super Bowls. Kudos to that. But do it the right way. Do it fairly, you know. It's understood that they are a hot team. And when you go up into Kansas City, you cannot be going up in there with the mind state of we for real got to blow them out, because if we leave it to chance to the officiators, we are not going to win. It's just crazy. It's diabolical, some of the calls that I saw in that game. NFL refs are under fire over questionable calls in the chief playoff wins over the Texans. Again, like I said, I don't believe that Houston would have beat Kansas City, but they did not need the officials to help them out in that game. It was heartbreaking. Because I'm not a fan, that do not mean that I do not feel for the players who have worked their butts off to get to that particular position.
How it is playing up here, you can never leave it into the ref's hands. But I mean, the whole world see, man, like what it is, bro. But it is what it is, you know. Like I said, when it come down to it, you can't never leave it into the ref's hands, man, and things like that. But it's all good though.
They deserve a fair chance. They deserve a chance like everybody else. They earned the right to go to Kansas City and to play a fair game, not to walk away with a bad taste in their mouth saying that there were calls that went against us that allowed Kansas City to keep the ball on critical drives. The officials in the Kansas City Chiefs, the AFC divisional round, win over the Houston Texans on Saturday night, they came under scrutiny over questionable calls throughout the game. Houston edge rusher Will Anderson Jr., he was called for a roughing the passer on a 3rd down in the first quarter. Anderson appeared to push Mahomes in the chest. His head went back a little bit as the ball was thrown incomplete to Travis Kelce, and then Anderson received a flag. And that sustained the drive for Kansas City. A second penalty came during a Mahomes scramble in the 3rd quarter. He had 2 blockers on the run, 3 defenders bearing down on him. He moved to his right, then back to his left when he decided to slide. Look, you can't play games like this here with these defenders. These defenders are like 245 pounds, 250 pounds. They are getting paid to hit the quarterback, right? And here you are out here playing games with them. But the thing about this slide, when he did it, both of these plays, right? All you got to do is go back and look at these plays. He was not hitting the head on the first rough of the player. And the defenders collided helmets with each other. I don't even think Patrick Mahomes himself got hit all that much on that slide. But Patrick Mahomes does this all the time. He flirt with these defenders to draw the flag, and he gets it every time. There was one particular play when he was running to the sideline, and instead of him just getting out of bounds, he tiptoed a little bit to try to draw the flag. He did not get it, and the boos was welling in the stadium because in Kansas City, they are so used to getting those calls. It's not right. It's not right by no means necessary. You are making it so obvious, NFL, that it's Kansas City that you want to be in the Super Bowl, all the way down to the colors of the Super Bowl. You're making it obvious, and you're taking the fun out of the game. Houston Texans knew that they was up against a tall order by going to Kansas City. Then you made it even more impossible for them with the referees. Every officiator that officiated that game should be under investigation. Now you got Buffalo going to Kansas City. How is this going to be called? Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City. Buffalo have a chance. I can almost imagine what it would have been like if Lamar Jackson had won that game yesterday, right? Baltimore going into Kansas City. I can almost imagine how that would have turned out for Lamar Jackson. Josh Allen might get a little bit fair shake because right now the world is on Josh Allen being the league MVP and the NFL is doing everything that they can to try to make Josh Allen the face of the NFL, right? But I still gotta believe that in Kansas City that it's going to be some foolery with some of the calls. And I want to give props to Troy Aikman. I got to give props to Troy Aikman for showing his frustration.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense number 39.
Come on.
15-yard penalty.
Here's the end of it. Yeah, I mean, he's a runner, and I could not disagree with that one more. And he barely gets hit. That's the second penalty now that's been called against the Texans.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense number 39.
Come on.
15-yard penalty.
Here's the end of it. Yeah, I mean, he's a runner, and I could not disagree with that one more. And he barely gets hit. That's the second penalty now that's been called against the Texans.
To the officiators in that particular game, saying exactly what I'm saying right now as a quarterback. You cannot be playing these types of games and then drawing the flag. Something has to be addressed about these rules in the offseason. Something has to be addressed about it. So yeah, that's my take on the Texans, Kansas City game. I want to see Kansas City get beat, not so much because I'm tired of them winning, but because I'm tired of seeing referees cheat for them. Somebody go up into Kansas City and take it out of the referee's hand. Make the team for real beat you. This is Shia Yashub. This is Mo Talk. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that Kansas City game. The next time, shalom.